Every pregnancy is a unique story. There is no one-size-fits-all experience, and every expectant mother will have her own maternal instinct to rely on. But when you're expecting, the unexpected also comes along. Unsolicited advice, questions you haven't thought about before, and the slew of pregnancy myths that have been passed on through generations. This delicate journey doesn't need to be any more complicated. From conception to misconceptions, let's bump off any confusion and bust the myths surrounding pregnancy. Cravings, kicks, and other baby bump quirks will vary from one pregnant woman to another. Each one will have a different story, and therefore, different advice to give. While some advice and myths are harmless, others can be cause for misunderstanding. We talked to Dr. Abad-Ramos, obstetrician, gynecologist, and medical director at Dr. Jesus C. Delgado Memorial Hospital, Dr. Mitch Dado, an obstetrician gynecologist and consultant head for the first-time mom unit at Delgado Hospital, and Mrs. Bombie Rivera, a proud Delgado mom of 3, to talk about their experience and expertise.
Initial thoughts that I had when I found out about my first pregnancy, syempre surprised kami. So we were surprised because we weren't expecting it. We were planning to have a baby after a year, but I got pregnant 2 months after getting married. We were excited also, but I really didn't know what to expect. The first pregnancy, they told me to eat for 2, which I did. So I grew and grew and grew. Pero hindi pala totoo yun. Later on, I just realized na, yes, your appetite will be, medyo lalakas yung appetite mo dahil nga there's a baby growing in your tummy. But hindi naman talaga to eat for 2.
Eating for 2 does not mean eating twice as much, but eating twice as well. In pregnancy, there's no standard rule book, but we have guidelines and recommendations. During the first trimester, it is recommended that you eat the daily caloric intake of 2,200 calories a day. During the second trimester, it is recommended to add 340 calories a day, 450 calories a day during the third trimester to support the growing baby.
I always tell my patients to follow the Pinggang Pinoy, and this is having a well-balanced meal that you have your share of vegetables, you have to have your share of carbohydrates, as well as your share of protein. So, well-balanced siya. You get a lot of nutrients, not only from what you eat, but you also need to take your vitamins and your milk.
Pag pregnant ka, ang dami mo talagang gustong kainin, dami mong cravings. Every 10 minutes, gutom ka eh. So, the first pregnancy, my diet was, I tried my best to eat healthy. Pero I was also thinking of, ay, pregnant ako eh, maybe I should eat whatever I like. So, I had anything. I had candy, I had junk food, lahat yan, sinubukan ko.
Once in a while, you can have your soft drinks, you can have your chichirias, you can have your desserts, but everything in moderation. You can actually use it as a reward. So, parang every weekend, you can have your cake. Pero it's not like an end thing. It's an or. So, you either have your cake or your fruit or your milk tea. It's an or. It's not and. Cake and soft drinks and milk tea and other desserts.
When it comes to food intake, moderation is key. Same goes with another misconception: sex during pregnancy.
It is generally safe to have sex during pregnancy as long as the pregnancy is a normal pregnancy. But if the pregnancy is complicated by risk of miscarriage or preterm labor, then sex should be avoided.
At first, we were scared. We were scared because we were a newly married couple and this is our first baby. So we didn't really know what to do. I mean, what do you do when there's something growing in your tummy, right? We sought the advice of our doctor. So we did it as a team. So my doctor, my husband, and me. We somehow found the guidance that we needed from our doctor, and it made it less scary. after that.
Making love or having sex during pregnancy will have its benefits. First, it releases endorphins, so the mommy actually generally feels happier. And when you feel happier, there's less perception of pain. Tapos, mas maganda ang glow niya. And meron ding mga sinasabi na it can actually help make a normal delivery easier. Kasi na-exercise yung vaginal muscles.
Deliveries or childbirth itself also has its fair share of myths. One being that you can't give vaginal birth after a cesarean delivery. This isn't necessarily true. In fact, giving birth this way is so common that there is a term for it. VBAC, meaning vaginal birth after C-section.
Vaginal delivery after cesarean section, or VBAC or VDAC, is possible. But not all patients are good candidates. The incision inside the uterus is very important from the previous cesarean section. So if the incision inside the uterus, not the incision on the skin that we see, but the incision inside is low transverse, then the patient can be offered TOLAC or trial of labor after cesarean section, provided that the placenta is not located over the cervical os or the cervical opening.
Okay, at this point in time, in our practice, there is no cesarean section per request. Dati, meron siya, pero ngayon, practice ang recommendation ng society is every woman who has no outright indication for cesarean section to go into trial of labor. Kasi safer rin naman actually pag normal delivery, more than cesarean. Normal spontaneous delivery, first, it's going to be easier for the mom in terms of recovery. So, mas mabilis ang recovery niya, mas less ang exposure niya to anesthesia that can actually put her at risk. Mas madali siyang bumalik sa regular programming niya in a way. So, mas madali siyang bumalik sa usual lifestyle niya. Tsaka mas mura siya.
My second pregnancy, however, I tried my best. I did my best to prepare for it. I was expecting a normal delivery. Kaya lang, dahil medyo na-stress yung baby because he had a big head, hindi siya makalabas. So my doctor decided to, just go through with an emergency C-section. And I didn't anticipate, I wasn't able to anticipate the pain. Sakit pala ng C-section. Pero siguro, masakit yung C-section dahil nag-labor ako and then I had an emergency CS. Maybe that's why. Because of the third pregnancy naman, I prepared for it. I knew that I was going to have a C-section and it was a breeze. So talagang iba-iba. Iba-iba talaga yung ma-experience mo. Every childbirth is different.
Every pregnancy is unique. Sa isang nagbubuntis, the best person na dapat kasama niya sa journey niya ay ang kanyang asawa. At ang pangalawang best person na pwedeng makasama ng isang nagbubuntis ay ang kanyang doktor. So, ang maaari nating ma-advise sa isang nagbubuntis, listen to your body and communicate with your doctor para mabigyan ka ng guidance. Para sa mga gustong mabuntis o mga buntis na mayroong trauma sa mga nakaraang experiences, don't worry, your doctors are here to help you in your journey.
Enjoy the pregnancy. Be happy with the pregnancy. If you are able to embrace the pregnancy and the journey in itself, it's going to be easier, it's going to be lighter, and there's going to be less complications. Eat healthy, eat smarter. You have to eat for your baby and you. Hindi technically for two, but eat smarter. Drink your milk, okay? This is a must for me, for all my pregnant moms. I don't care if you drink it like the regular milk. You can actually put the milk in scrambled eggs, in cereal. Just take your milk every day. If you're having a difficult time actually eating healthy, then make sure that you're taking your vitamins. Involve the whole family. Involve your husband, involve the other siblings, involve everybody, because this has to be a very happy journey for you and you cannot do it alone. You need a very strong core group. Now, being a first-time mom is very scary. However, it's going to be also a very interesting journey, because this is the time that you learn about yourself, about your partner, and about your baby. So enjoy the process, be healthy, and be happy.
The advice I would definitely give to new parents would be do your own research. Study about what you're gonna go through. You're definitely going to have different pregnancies, different experiences when it comes to childbirth and pregnancy. It pays to be confident that you know a lot about these things. Partner with a with a doctor and a hospital that will really provide you with your needs. Have a good relationship with them because they will have an impact on, your experience as a mother and as a patient. Me, I was really blessed to get to know Dr. Ao of Delgado. And, all my 3 pregnancies, I had it in Delgado because I was very happy with the way they handled all my babies, the way they were, the intimacy, and it was very personalized, the service there. Pregnancy and childbirth is really a different but beautiful experience. It changes you as a person. It brings out the best in you. The joys of motherhood is really worth everything.